everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. It's Thursday. I've got myself in a bit of a muddle. I keep thinking it's Monday.
I know.
You've never done a Thursday, have you?
No.
And if you don't know who this fabulous lady is, you're missing out. This is Marion Frost from Patchwork Cutters. So many of you know her, so give her a big warm welcome. Let her know that you're all sat there and excited to see her. She's got some great things to show you tonight, and we'll show you them just in a minute. But I'm quite excited about them, and I gave you a sneak preview of one of them on our little intro a few minutes ago. So in the kitchen tonight we have Laura, we don't have Laura, we have Maria and Shelley. So Laura is on birthday celebrations with her mum, so Maria is on camera. Hi Maria.
Hi.
I've got Shelley hiding behind the scenes. Hi Shelley. She'll be ready with the camera poking around in a minute. So just a few things that I want to say. Stick with us, it's a fantastic live. We're going to try and do 2 lives a week. But we're going to set up a programme. I don't know when the live is going to be, but we'll always try and sneak in another live. So anyhow, this showed it you on Monday. So somebody sent this to us. So we have a lady who follows us, and she's encouraged her husband to follow us. And we got this mystery delivery on Friday. I didn't see it myself on Friday because I was off last Friday, but Laura got it. I got it on Monday, and it came anonymously. And anyhow, we've had to do some research. I have to say, I didn't get a chance to do my research because I was busy on Tuesday, but one of you tipped me off. So I don't know whether anybody else has guessed, but the gentleman is Ian Cotton. I think that's how you say his name. So thank you, Ian, and his lovely wife who's kept it secret. Isn't that fab?
It's lovely.
Isn't it? It's lovely. So we're going to find a place on the wall. So you probably won't see it again. I might try and see if I can hang it behind here as a thing, but I need to get the guy in to put me a nail in the wall. That sounds bad, doesn't it? Need to get the guy in to put I put my own nail in the wall. Basically, John can't do it. So I give him a hammer and a nail. That'd be it. Anyhow, so it's Ian Cotton. So thank you so much. I have to say it's really very pretty, and we really like it. So thank you very much. Marion was asking, "What's this, Carol? Where have you got that from?" Now you know Marion, don't you?
Yeah.
She wants one next.
Yeah.
So, Marion, Patchwork Cutters, she's on the Wirral. He said Molly Robbins one.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
There you go. So I did tell you about new things that we've got going on. So some new products. I'm not going to go through them all now because we really want to get Marion on with her live. But we brought in Magic Colours neon colours, and over the weekend I'm going to bake a cake with these. I'm going to try them out, see what they're like in sponge, and then I'll try them out for a bit of cake decorating. And I'm also going to try out these. These are the Magic Colours airbrush colours. So there's a whole range of these. Sweet Stamps have brought out some more elements. I think I've told you for them. So you guys are in Manchester. Next month it's Pride Month. Is it Pride different times around the world, is it?
Yeah, each city in the UK seems to have a different weekend.
There you go. Well, ours is for August. So if you haven't got your Pride elements, here they are. They're lovely. And then I did tell you about the contact paper, which is great. Have you seen these before, Marion? No? So basically this is food safe contact paper, and it's for decorating your cake drums. So you guys who are rubbish at doing your cake drums, or you want something a bit of a different effect, we do these, and they're not too bad actually. I don't think they're that expensive. So I can't remember how much they are, but I'm sure somebody will put the price up. Do you girls know how much they were?
Yes, one tick.
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
But anyhow, there's loads of different designs, including this little cupcake one. I think that's pretty, isn't it? So, but this one comes in the wood grain, and it comes in a really colourful wood grain as well, which again would be ideal for Pride. So that's those. So pop those there. And then this is the thing I'm going to have a go with. I brought these stencils, yeah? So I'm going to try these. So you know I don't know what they call those cakes. You know where they've layered them and then they put flowers and macarons and things on top. Well, you need a stencil, don't you? So I'm going to try these, and if it works out, we've got these on sale. So that's your stencil for cutting out your cake on your slab cake. And then we've also got them in the numbers. I'm not going to open up all the numbers, but basically they're 0 to 9. So the 9 works as a 6 as well. So, so that's a full set, and that one's a love art on its own. And then we've also got in the steel scrapers. These are fabulous. So for those who are looking those extra tall scraper, so these are by Choc-Tastique, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I might have got it right. Choc-Tastique. So there's an extra large, a large, and there's the medium. I've not brought the small one in because we do the PME small one. So I just thought there's no point in two scrapers, is there?
No.
There you go, we're Scraper City. And then I think that's us done for me telling you everything. So I'm going to get on my way. I'm not eating tonight in the camera for you all. I'm not eating ever again in this room.
Oh, goodness, ever again?
I had my tea with Marion.
You did.
We sat down and had a chat together and I chomped away quite happily.
Yeah.
So, no, they catch me out eating all the time.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah, there's always one on there listening. Are you eating, Carol? Not tonight.
Not tonight.
No, I've got my can of Coke though.
Oh, well.
So I'm going to leave you with Marion, and I'm going to get Marion to show you the two fabulous cakes she's doing. So if you pop up here, Marion,
Right, okay.
and Maria can come over to here.
Oh, I don't have
Maria,
to-
Marion,
I
can
don't-
Maria, you over here? Do you want to sell them? You're over here.
Oh.
Pointing out.
Are we too many Marions and Marias?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so I'm going to start off with this one, which is the wood effect. Really simple to do. You can obviously do it in different colours. I'm doing it in greys. And then a really easy way of doing the sunflower, the large sunflower, and the foliage, the leaves to go with it.
I
Using
think
a
it looks
cutter,
stunning.
you probably wouldn't expect to use for the leaves, but yeah, I'm going to do that. And then later I'll be doing, just showing you how to colour some of the safari animals, rather than just have them as a silhouette.
Yeah.
And then, if I've got time, a small orchid spray, mini orchid spray.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so what's
Good.
on there?
Just let me just show them these just 1 second because I forgot to bring them out. So, sorry, I'm back again. Sorry, I'm back again. Come on back, Marion. Yeah. So, new cupcake cases, okay? New cupcake cases from PME. Are we on this camera?
Yes,
Yeah.
this one.
New ones. So these are lovely. So these are the silver polka dot, gold polka dot, rose gold. How pretty are them? And they're foil lined on the inside as well. So great for your baking. And then we've got the unicorn colours, rainbow colours. They'd be great for Pride
they
Week,
are,
won't they?
yeah.
As well. You'd think I was going, wouldn't you? The way you go on about Pride Week. Anyhow, balloons.
Okay.
And then we've got these. These are the blue with the gold trim, black with the gold trim. Now this one is quite interesting because they say it's peach. But what colour would you say that was?
Pink.
Pink.
I would say pink.
Yeah.
But I've had to say peach because it says peach on the back. And even our photographers come out pink as well. So I've had to say peach because if I tell my lads it's pink, they'll be running around the warehouse looking for a pink one. And then I won't be able to do it. But I think that they're pink, personally. So could you see those clear enough, Maria?
Yes.
Yep. And then
They're
the
lovely.
last thing I wanted to say, how's our audience doing for a Thursday
Well,
night?
it's really, really nice. We are about 150.
Woohoo! Fantastic. Great. Right, well, let's get that audience growing, let's hope. So Thursday night, impromptu live. So I'm really happy with that. Make sure you tell all your mates, share. Right. I'll be answering questions over here. I'm going to leave you alone now, Marion.
Right, okay, am I good to
You're
go?
free to go.
Right,
Yes.
okay. So, I'm going to start off with the bark effect. And for that, I'm going to use quite a dark sugar paste. You could use any colour really, but I'm going to go for the sort of, not black, but a dark grey, put it that way. And it's just the roll-out fondant, just the sugar paste. Not any tallow in it, anything like that. And just give it a knead, make it nice and pliable. Okay, just put that to one side. And I'm going to work on small pieces at a time, or I would do if I was doing a full cake. I wouldn't try and do a whole sheet of it. So just work your paste and then, move that out of the way. I'll trim my nails and now I've got black down my nails.
That's the thing with black though, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
It's the first thing you do, isn't it? As soon
Yeah.
as it gets right up your nails.
Yeah. So this is still slightly marbled, which is fine. That's okay.
Sorry, get my can of
That's
Coke
okay.
opened out of the way. I've got 3 drinks on the go here. Can of Coke, a bottle of water and a coffee. How bad is that?
That's what you call a caffeine head. Right, so I'm rolling out the paste and I'm leaving it slightly thicker than I want the finished paste to be, because I'm going to actually, when I roll over the top with the rice paper on, it will thin out. So I'm pushing that in. Now you need to, if you have a deep cake, then you're going to measure obviously the height that you want, but you measure from left to right, not from top to bottom, because when I push the roll over the wafer paper, rice paper, it splits that way. So you measure from left to right for the depth of your cake. Right, so all you do when you've rolled that out is straight away you take a piece of the wafer paper or rice paper. I used to love these when I was a kid, with the flying saucers with, I'm giving the age away now, but the flying saucers with the shirts inside, they're gorgeous. Oh, I love them. But anyway, so it doesn't matter which way you put this on, shiny side down or up, that's fine. And just press it on. You can do a smoother, but don't roll it yet.
Do you want
just press that on. That's all right, that's fine. That's as good as anything. And then water. So I've got my water here, and I'm going to use a little piece of cloth somewhere. Can I just
that blue cloth?
Yeah, please, thank you. Oh, there it is, yeah. Lovely. So I've just got a little piece of cloth here, and you don't want to get it too wet, but you want it even. And it should, I mean, it's very white at the moment, so what will happen, it will sort of start to take the colour, or it'll look grey, it'll go off the white, and it'll go grey. Hope this works now. Like making pancakes, the first one.
No worries. I'm going to shout a few hellos. Mr. Thomas Bradford is watching. Hello, Paul. How are you? Lindsay McIver, Amanda Wilson, Stacey McGrawley. I can't get it right. Pam McCallion. What do you think? Nikki King, Leslie Starkey. Claire Elmquist, so lots of people watching tonight. We're at 235 for a Thursday night. That's great for an impromptu night. Nobody was going live until Monday night, which is great. So well done, guys. 240. Let's keep it going. Fantastic.
So you can see now the grey just starting to sort of show through there. So that the paper, you look at it at an angle, you can see it's nicely wet, and then you start to roll. And what happens? The paste underneath, which is just sugar paste, starts to move, and the paper above will split into nice little rows.
I like that idea.
Like so. Okay, so you can see why you need to measure from left to right. So when you cut it, it's going to be that way. So your marks are going along there like that.
Oh, you're a clever girl.
It's an old technique, it's not mine. Oh, yes. Gosh, it's been around years.
We was talking about you on Monday, about your Mexican paste.
Oh.
So, we had, oh, gosh, I really think I'm suffering with Alzheimer's, me. Chantal was in.
Oh, right.
So we had Chantal in from Cakes by CEO, and she was using some Mexican paste, and Liz, whose name I can't remember anyhow, but they were in and they were using your recipe.
Oh, right. It is a good paste.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
You know. And once, if you do use the Mexican paste, say you've got something you want freestanding on top of a cake, like a large number or a letter, then once you've let that dry, it'll stay dry. It's not going to absorb any moisture. Like sometimes your flour paste can absorb a bit of moisture, and then they go a little bit floppy or distorted anyway. So with the Mexican paste, and I have got a little video on our website and making it. I'm sort of up to my elbows in.
Actually, it's actually good that you got that video. We need to remember that, girls. We'll find that video and edit it and use it for you guys, for people to use, because we've got the recipe to put up, but we mixed it with the pasta de flores. And we know that pasta flores isn't great for your cutters, but the girls do like it for the roses. Sorry, don't be looking at me, Marion.
No, sorry, I was looking at the person.
Listen to the questions, but look at Maria.
Okay, all right then. So the Mexican paste is really good if you want something that's going to dry and stay firm. So I've got this now. You can see the pattern. Now I believe that you can. I don't even have to hold this up anymore with all the technology around about us.
We're up to 272.
Okay,
so fantastic.
So that's all that is. Now you can do quite a few sheets of this, and then put it to one side, and I usually leave, because it's a bit tacky now because of the damp paper, so just I would leave that for about an hour. And I've actually done rolled one out that I did yesterday, so you can see that you can make them well in advance. Let me just lift this one up. Okay, and I have...
Here's one we prepared earlier.
Yeah.
I take like beautiful blue pizza.
It is, that's it. And so just loosen that, and then you can use a craft knife. This is my board, by the way, in case you think that...
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it your board? Where's my board?
Yeah, I've moved yours up there. Right,
Before I start having an art failure with everyone in the line.
Yes, that's it. Normally, again, I've got a metal ruler, but I'll just sort of what have you. So that's when I rolled it would be that way. So I've measured left to right. So then I can turn it on here, and then I'll just do it sort of freehand. But you can use a ruler or a metal straight edge, you know, used for your royal icing, if you're at royal icing cake. They're great as well. Let's take that a little bit away from there. Okay.
Jane Wilkins says she's made your Mexican paste and it's good stuff.
Oh, great. It's so easy to make. I mean, I don't put the liquid glucose in it now. I haven't done for years. The early books and the early instruction sheets would say liquid glucose. I think, well, if it works without, then
you don't
bother.
need it.
I mean, it's just another ingredient, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. So this then, although this was done yesterday, and it's still a bit of movement in there, so you can just flip them over
And let them dry.
and let them firm up, or it can go straight on a cake because it's going to be supported on the side of the cake. Your cake can be covered in sugar paste, or it can be buttercream. That can go straight onto buttercream. I would say don't let the buttercream crust over. Use, buttercream your cake, and then straight away add your strips on the side of it. But if you're going to do them on a sugar paste cake, then you can just dampen the back of this with water and just pop it on. Maybe leave it slightly proud, and then you can fill it with chocolates and what have you on there. But yeah, these are, I've got some here. Just stretch over.
Jackie Richards is laughing at you bringing your own board because I don't let anybody cut on my green board.
I know.
My son goes mad with me. He goes, Mum, that's what the green board's for.
I don't know. I don't blame you because if I put a dummy on there, I nail my dummies on my board so that they're not going to fall off. So if I've got a nail underneath there and I'm moving it around, it could scratch your board. I don't like scratch mine instead. Right, so these are well dried, and again it's only sugar paste, but you've got more control over the shapes and that, and you can jig them around, so you don't have to have them as they came in the pattern. You can put that one there and that one there, and just play around with them and see what you like. So you can do them in browns and greys, any colour you like. So that's how you do those. That goes straight onto the side of your cake. Now for the sunflower, I'm going to use the calyx. So I'm back on my Grandiflora Rose set.
So let me just explain, everybody. Marion does Patchwork Cutters. She's got an amazing range of cutters, but she's a great believer in don't buy a set of cutters and use it for one thing. So if you've got the Grandiflora Rose, it's not about just making the Grandiflora Rose. Tonight she's actually going to show you how to make a sunflower with it. Exactly. And that's what I love about her when she comes in. She's always using bits of this set and bits of that set, and it's just thinking of all these fabulous ideas. So I can't wait to watch this one, Marion.
Right, well, sunflowers are beautiful, aren't they? Nice, powerful flower on the side of the cake, and you see the cake I've got there, that's actually an 8-inch and a 6-inch on that stacked cake. But all it takes is one flower, a few leaves, done. So the nice thing with this, I've got some yellow paste. Now, as you know, anyone has seen me demonstrate, I do like Renshaw's paste and Renshaw flower modelling paste, and that's what I'm using now. So you can buy this ready coloured, or you can colour it yourself. You may even find that for this one I use the the gel, Pro Gel colours. But if you haven't got a nice Pro Gel and you don't need much of the paste colouring, you can always use a little bit of dust colour and knead that in. Yeah. So this is really easy, and I know a lot of people wire every petal for the sunflower.
Our sunflower yellow though, we've got the Pro Gel yellows, and we've got the Fractal yellow, and they're both amazing colours. They're both very bright.
Yeah. Right, So just give
And
that.
actually, the colour splash sunflower yellow is actually lovely as well. So personal choice,
It
guys,
is
whichever
perfect
one
choice,
you
isn't
like.
it? Yeah.
But you've always used Renshaw, haven't you?
Always.
So
Yes.
just let me say, Marion likes to use Renshaw flower modelling paste.
Yeah.
It's called flower modelling for 2 reasons. It's stronger, so it's great for flowers because you can roll it out thin, but it's also suitable for modelling. So those of you who heard us talking about the pasta di Flores the other day, that's a different product altogether. That's designed to be rolled really paper thin. And so paper thin that it becomes translucent, and that's the idea for those flowers. So that stuff is not really ideal for the cutters.
Yeah, it's what you're used to working with. I'd say, you know, if you're used to using a paste and it works for you, then that's great, you know, stick with it. But this is now slightly thicker than I would normally work because I'm going to work each petal quite a bit. So I'm going to just take a sponge pad, which I've got one here. I've got 2 there actually, and I'm going to make a little hole in the centre, and that's going to be my cut lines. I've got my sponge pad there, and I'm going to cut and separate each of these. So I'm using the largest of the 3. In the pack you get 3 calyx and cutters, and that's the largest. Now, to make sure that you remember the outer points, what I do, I take each one and I put them in a little row, so all the outer points are going the same way. So mine are pointing to the right. If you do them to the left,
because you could get in a muddle with them.
you can, because if you look at them, you know, you think,
Yeah.
oh no, which side is which?
There definitely is 2 sides, isn't there?
Yeah. Now I'm going to use the bone tool, and I'm ignoring the bottom third. I'm leaving that alone, and you'll see why in a minute. I'm just going to widen so that I'm working on the top, the 2/3 there. So just widen and then just elongate them slightly. You can go as large as you want really, but I find you can see the difference between that one and that one. But it's important that you don't touch this bottom there. And put that over there.
How many of them are you going to make, Marion?
For that flower, 24.
Right.
It's not too bad. It's
Right,
only 4 lots.
Am I helping you then?
It's only. No, I do have the blue
Have you some
Peter.
pre-made?
Yes, I have.
Thank God for that.
I have. Yes.
I
Yes,
could
it
feel
could be
life
long nights.
ending. Oh my God.
It actually goes quite quick because you're only working on 4 lots of.
No, I was just thinking the thought of me getting involved on the line. I had to help poor Julie Rogerson last week, and I never want to do that again.
Okay.
I stupidly offered to do the sweet stamps on her board and then paint them, and then I got myself in a bit of a mess. And it was just my own nightmare. I'm best off just being left alone and leaving you alone.
In your corner. Can I just pinch those scissors? Now, if you think, oh, that's gone a little bit out of shape, then I'm just going to just trim the little points off there. Right, okay. So I've now, that one's not quite as long as the others, so I'll just go over that again. Widen it. I like texture, so this is my frilling stick that I like to use. And this is Trex, by the way. It's a vegetable shortening. For those who haven't seen it before.
Your own little pot.
It's a great little pot, isn't it? Patchwork on it.
Yeah.
I should plug the other company now, because that's actually a patchwork pate.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah. Well, I thought, oh, I saw the word patchwork, I've got to have that.
Oh, so you've not had it
Whether
made
you
for
like
you
patio or
then?
not. I'm good.
You've not had it made for you?
No.
Oh yeah, right, everyone.
I just bought the pate because I like the pate. But it was very delicious.
How good's that, isn't it? So, Maria, have you seen it?
Yes.
So there you go, Marion's seen some pate for sale, and it's called Patchwork, dedicated to delighting. So she's bought it at the pate. How good's that? I like that.
Yeah.
I thought you'd had it specially made for you.
No. Okay, so I've gone over now with the frilling stick, which gives it a light texture. And then I'm doing the Dresden tool, sharp end of the Dresden tool, down, and then turn it round, and both sides then, or either side there, with the flat end of the Dresden.
Right, let me ask you.
Are you all with me on that one?
Yeah, so Jeanette has just asked, could you use this cutter to make dahlia petals?
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking that till you asked, but when she asked the question, I thought, well, you've got to. So yes, Jeanette, you can.
And what I'm going to do now, and how I'm going to put this flower together, think poinsettia, at Christmas.
Yes.
This could be where the chocolate is, it could be snow,
Yeah.
and you could have a big poinsettia made similar to what I'm doing now.
Oh, we'll
Obviously
be
not
back
the same.
to make one of them.
Not, yeah, okay.
Right.
I won't go any
Say
further.
no more, we'll have
Right.
back to make one of those.
So what I've done on the sides, I've just gone over there. It's not a frilly petal, but this is the thing now. You take that and you just, for those who just joined us, I do apologise for me now.
Do you want to go clean it out?
No.
We bothering you?
No.
I
So,
was just saying because it's on the video now, the 1 minute video all the way.
right, okay. I will. That's what we thought. Right, so I'm just twisting that, and then I'm going to put that down. And it's important that that is straight because that's going to push into the centre. And if you have it like that or like that, when you push it'll break. So twist it and then put it straight. So pinch, 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 pinch. This is the third that I haven't thinned or softened or done anything with. But it gives you a nice long piece there. Pinch, 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 twizzle. And pinch, 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 twizzle. Make sure that they are flat down. And pinch, 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 and twizzle. Remember the vein side up like that. And so then you would continue with the next four. And leave them to dry. And when they're dry, you're going to colour them. So I'm going to use a yellow and a. I'll just put that down on there. A nice strong yellow and a little bit of orange.
It's nice when you put the two colours together, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, and then just wondering where I've got the tray of all the ones I've made.
So while Marion's just doing that, Maria, are you going to do Laura's shout out?
No thanks.
What do you mean, no? She's on camera, you've got to do the shout out. Go on, go for it, give it a go.
No thanks.
Oh.
I'm shy.
All right, okay then. So thank you everyone for joining us. As you know, we're in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. This is a demonstration, okay? Nothing here is going to be consumed by anybody for the general public. In fact, there's actually nothing to eat tonight. So Maria will please, because she's off sugar and I shouldn't be eating it. And I've ate more than enough cake recently. But anyhow, so nothing's going to be consumed here. So if you do see us with our hair down or my fingernails in the way or whatever else, do remember that this is a live demonstration on Facebook or YouTube. It's not, what's I was going to say to you, it's not out for the public display, okay? So everything, we've got a wish list set up. Everything that Marion is using is on the wish list. Go and take a look at it later. All the new products are on there. There's some new products I haven't even told you about. I completely forgot that are behind Marion. So I'll tell you about those later. And we have got a little competition going on. When you look on Facebook later on tomorrow, we've got a competition on for the drip. So if you want to share our drip video, so like and share it. And share it with all your mates. We are going to choose 3 lucky winners to choose a drip of their choice. And we will draw that on Monday. Are we going to do that, are we?
Yes.
So we're going to draw that on Monday for 3 lucky winners for that. Okay? So back to the live. We're back with you, Marion.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
that's lovely. So,
She's had time to clean her nail out now.
did you notice? Horrified, weren't you?
Well, the thing is, because when Shelley does the video, we're just going to have your black thumb in, aren't we?
Yeah,
That's the pleasure of wearing
Yes.
nail varnish, you see. Can't see
yeah.
nail
I
varnish.
don't wear nail varnish.
I know.
Anyway,
I don't wear nail varnish, actually. It's acrylic.
okay.
There's a difference.
Yeah. Right, so I've cut out lots of petals and I've thrown in a couple of the little sachets, the silica gel, so that takes any, absorbs any
Where do you
moisture.
find them from?
Off the internet. I think.
Yeah.
You can get them in leather goods. You know, if you get a handbag or shoes, you usually get one of these in it. So just hang on to them and use
They're in
them.
my herbal health tablets as well.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so I've now got brown flour paste. So it's just a nice little ball. And press that down. So you need this to be quite thick. Don't go too thin with this because all your petals are going to be pushed in. And now you can choose the size of the centre. So, perfect. As cutters, I mean, these are just brilliant anyway, but for cutting, so that would make quite a large
This is
one.
what Marion does with her nifty nozzles.
Yeah, I
I
think
give her a set, and there you go. Uses them with cutters.
But they're great. They're so sharp. They're really good. I'm just going to pull that out. Oh, right. Okay. Maybe I should have gone for the bigger one, but I'll do that one. For this size, you do need 24 petals, but you can go bigger centre. The sunflowers are they're all so different, aren't they? So I'm just going to push that in, give it a bit of a wobble, like so. And then for the centre of that, I'll just pop that on there for now. Goes well in your kitchen, that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of this and my sieve. Now I've got a small sieve, but the holes are too small for what I want. So I'm just going to, you do your pom-poms and everything with this, don't you? But I'm just going to push a little bit of this through. That will just go in the centre. Again, some people use a number 3.5 or 4 piping nozzle and press that in to the centre, and that will also give you a nice little knobbly look.
Seems there's a few people who use our nozzles for cutters. Elaine Lawton does too.
Yeah?
Yeah, a few other people.
They're great. Why go looking for a cutter when you have it to hand?
I was going to say, sometimes you should think of how you can use all your other tools, really.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think you can do that sometimes. You can buy tools and then think, oh, I could have used that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with improvising.
No. So I'm just going to moisten in the centre with water, and I'm going to cut this off. So, can you see that all right? All right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, just tell me if I've moved it out of the way.
We're close in.
Okay, I'll just pop that in there for now. Maybe a few more down that side. There. And then you can have your cocktail stick just to poke that around a little bit. A few more in there, but I'm not going to be too don't know what the word is, but I'm not going to be it anyway. So then you start to snip. Now, I've got these nice little pointy. Karen has the smashing, Karen Davis, she has the smashing scissors. I call them twangy scissors. They sort of just, you can do them like that. They just twang back open again. So they're but fine scissors, they're fine. So just go around.
These little scissors we've actually got some on the way to us.
Oh, great, yeah. Just nice and sharp. Now I'm only going to go up to the top of this for now.
So we're keeping our audience at 278, Marion. Not bad on a Thursday night, girl, is it, eh?
Very good.
Look at that.
Well, I know there's Pat Esp and I know Claire. They both want to see this because they're both going to have a go at making it. I hope...
Who should I be looking out for? We've got Claire, have we? Did you say?
Claire and Pat Esp.
Oh, I know Pat Esp. Yeah, she's lovely, isn't she?
Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I think that's where I met her from your place first.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Just put that bit over there. So just take your time, just go around there. Then
we've got Richard and Julie watching. Ian is watching. Cotton, there you go. The man who made our sign.
Oh,
yeah. But we've got a nice little man following now. So we've got Richard, Ian, and Paul watching.
Very good.
Yeah, on a Thursday night. Very happy about that. Hi guys. And the rest are all ladies. Hi ladies. Well, I hope they are anyhow. Oh, we've got a Michael in as well. No, it's a Michelle.
I'm saying
I'm getting excited with all these men in here. And we've got Paul as well.
I'm just going to put a little bit more down this side here and just... That Paul?
Paul Bradford.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Hi. Right, so I'm just going to put a few more in there. It was looking a little bit bleak.
I don't know who's watching on YouTube, but now we go direct. Instead of uploading to YouTube, we go live straight to YouTube now, so it's on there.
Oh, right.
Because what happens is we have to download it. Maria has to download it, and sometimes it uploads to YouTube in an hour, and other times it can take all day.
Oh,
so now we've got a little program that we go direct on the night, don't we?
Oh.
Yes.
How are our YouTubers doing? Hello, YouTubers.
Right.
We hit 5,000 followers on YouTube this week, so we're very pleased.
Yes, we
Yes. 5,000 followers. Still a long way from a lot of other people, but 5,000 is not bad, is it?
Quality.
So we're very pleased to our what do we call them? YouTubers?
Subscribers or...
Pardon? Subscribers, yeah?
I can say both.
I like YouTubers. I think that's a nice word, isn't it?
Right,
And
so
then we've got our Facebookers. I could come out with some other words in a minute.
Twitterers.
Twitterers.
tweeters. Right, that one broke. Get rid. So when you push them in, hold it like so, not like I did then, like that. So just pinch the end and then dip it into a little water. So be careful when you dip and you don't drop it in. But yeah, just, and I'm pushing them in low down. You see? So I'm leaving enough space for a second or third row if you want to make a really full flower. But it's this little part here. It just saves all the wiring.
We need to stop you foot going under our camera. So where we needed you to reach out, we're now getting lovely headshots of your head now.
Right, okay. I keep forgetting that one's there now.
Yeah. Oh, so what do you all think of our camera setup now? We're getting better, aren't we? Do you want me to
back of my
slide?
head's lovely.
So poor Chantel, we set the camera up the other day where she had to stretch right over, and now we've set it up so that you can stand in position. Should I move the camera just up a little bit, Maria?
Well, at the moment it's fine.
It's all right.
Just tell Marion to stop sticking her head under it.
I will.
Just say, move.
So we've set up our cameras now so that we don't have to, so we've got the overheads, the sides, the in fronts, I think, and we've got spotlights all over Marion, and I'm actually dying of heat in here, are you?
Yes.
It's hot.
It's freaking boiling. And you'll notice that Shelley has got no jumper on, neither's Maria. So the brown stuff is sugar paste, yes.
No, the brown
what is it?
stuff is flour paste.
Flour paste,
The centre
sorry.
is flour paste because you want it to dry.
Yes, it is
Firm
flour
enough.
paste, sorry, yes, and
Yeah.
it's been coloured brown.
Yeah.
Um,
Again with the
That's funny. Jill Firth is watching. She said, I'm having to watch without any volume. Odd, I know, but I'll watch it again on TV when the other half is not watching. Bless her.
Okay, so I'm doing the second row. So
Yeah. Well, they're all loving the overheads because they're actually getting to see it
It's
better.
actually low down, and that's why. So I've left enough space.
Look how lovely this is coming together. Isn't it beautiful? Get those love arts
Just
going.
remember to hold the pointy end like that. So in your water. I mean, you could use sugar glue if you wanted.
I have to
That
say,
was-
Marion, it's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
It's thank you. It's just that it's quite humid, isn't it? And,
Yeah.
and some of the paste hasn't dried fully yet. But
So you need
Look at
24 petals, do you? And a
Well-
couple of spares in case you break any.
yeah,
Sharon Norris says it's beautiful and so bright and everyone loves it. Oh my goodness, the hearts are coming. There's freaking thousands of them. Well done, keep them going. It's
Excellent.
stunning. Ian Cotton said this is stunning and very creative. I have to say I can see it here in the flesh and it is beautiful. And it was really funny, I rang Marion today, she'll tell you it's true. I rang her today, I said, Marion, what are you making? You can tell me. And when she told me she was making a sunflower, I was absolutely chuffed to bits because it is one of my favourite flowers, so I was really pleased.
so if you feel that there's a gap and you want to pop any extras in, then you can. But I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 layers, 24. So that would give you the 24 there. Now, because I've brushed the orange, you're going to get this sort of glow in the centre. You can always put more on if you want to. And also, you need a touch of black in the centre of that.
Well, I have to tell you, they're going crazy. They absolutely love it.
Oh, great.
There's loads of love hearts coming your way. And stunning, love it, beautiful. Leslie Starkey, they're her favourite flowers as well. Leslie Starkey and I should be sisters, I think. We like the same things.
And then some of them have this sort of ring round that I'm just going to use a little bit of iced coffee, although it says Magnolia Pearl. But it's not.
Is that a bit like you like black, is
Yeah.
it?
No, it's just the lids don't go on the proper pots. We like black. Yeah. So you could sort of go around like that if you want to just.
Marion.
Oh,
You're right out.
sorry.
Good job you've had your roots done,
You
isn't
see,
it?
I'm only 5'2", so right, and then I'm just going to sort of a hygienic blow, and then you can continue just snipping down. Just forgot about that bit, so I'm just going to go round there then, and snip around each of those.
We need to get the puffer out, don't we, all the time for people?
I've got a puffer. He's watching the telly. No, sorry.
He's watching TV with John.
No, I've got one in my toolbox. But you just take these little snippet.
Leslie Starkey says, yeah, we're cake sisters. I think that's what I refer to now, my cake sisters watching. So Cheryl Buxton said it's brilliant. Jane, I said we'd get on like an house on fire. Carol, same sense of humour. Yeah, great. I'm sure that's why half of you watch sometimes. You love our personalities in the kitchen. We're all just normal, aren't we, Marion?
Yeah. See, so leave that to dry, to thoroughly dry, and then you just put a ball of green sugar paste, not flour paste, but a ball of green sugar paste onto the cake. Now, what you can do when you're attaching that on, well, I'll show you later on, but you can actually push a cocktail stick into the cake and leave it about that much, anyway, that much sticking out. And because that won't have fully dried in the centre, you can then put the green ball of paste behind it and push it so the cocktail stick will hold it in place. So I'm just going to put that to one side for a moment.
Sue Tyrrell says it's gorgeous. Pat Esper's here as well.
Oh, hi Pat.
Hi, Pat. Sue Tyrrell was a lovely lady who came to the demo morning when I came. She came from down south, especially up in the winter the first time. Yes.
Yeah.
You might remember her.
Yeah.
But so Marion does demonstration mornings as well. If any of you ever want to go and see Marion, you sold out of your Christmas one though, haven't you?
We have. It's sold out within 2 weeks of going out there. So
have you got any demonstrations ready that are still
I've got one a week on Friday at Melrose Hall in Hoylake. And it's $6.50 to come in, and it's a charity night, so it's in aid of Mind, Wirral Mind, and the cancer research. I'm not actually organising it. I'm doing the demonstration, but it's all the funds are going to go with the Summer Strum, which was on about 2 weeks ago. That's Jerry's band was playing there, and 50 odd bands were on. It was absolutely brilliant, and so this cake deck evening, and tickets are available from us, or you can go online, what have you. So everything's going to that. They've made over £7,000 up to now. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic. Yeah. So for some of you who don't know, Marion is married to a lovely gentleman called Jerry, and he's fabulous. He comes to all the demos with her, and he comes here. He's sat in the lounge at the moment watching TV with my John. Yeah. Fabulous guy. Anyhow, I learned some interesting information. Jerry, I was laughing with Marion tonight. Who would have thought this lady in blue was a redcoat to the time?
I knew that was going to come.
You have to be careful with some secrets with me. I like to let them sit. So, Jerry was telling John how he was in a band at Butlands, and it was Butlands, was it Butlands? Yeah, Butlands in Pwllheli, yeah. And that's where he met Marion, who was a redcoat for a year. She took a year out from baking. So there she was. Who would have thought that? Her running around in a little red uniform, chasing Jerry.
Your little white.
How old was you then?
Right. 24.
24, chasing 24. Jerry. So she only took a year out and came home with an husband.
Yeah. I'm not even going to go there. Right. I've made the leaves for this.
Stacey says she thinks you should do a UK tour roadshow.
Okay. Actually. People contact me with venues.
Yeah.
And we'll organise.
That's how I feel about it. If you could do it, I don't mind doing a roadshow at all, but when people ask you to do it, you need people to find the venues and set them up, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely, because I don't know the areas. I mean, I'm the one that booked Birmingham, and then the following night Berwick-upon-Tweed, because I thought they'd be next to each other, and that's when Jerry said, "No more, you're not booking anymore." So yeah, if you book, if you've got a venue and you'd like me to come to it, and we can organise something, then we can do something maybe next year.
Absolutely.
Right. So this is from the Hearts and Swirls set. And I needed a heart cutter, which was quite wide, so you may have one, but this is out of the Hearts and Swirls. And like Carol was saying before, if you've got the set of cutters, look at them, think what else you can make with them. I mean, okay, when we do the safari, there's not a lot you can do with...
an elephant.
Yeah. stick a Christmas hat on it.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean.
Cut his trunk off or something.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to just put a little bit of Trex on there and press over. So I'm going to remove all the frilly outer. I just want this heart from the centre. So get rid of that. And
But I have to say that heart cutter is actually really nice on its own like that, isn't it? No, but with the frilly
with the
as
frilly
well.
bit, yeah. There's, you get well, about 4 different heart shapes in there and swirls. Right, so I'm going to now. What I'm going to do now, and I hope you can see this. I'll try and keep my head out of the way. But just round the edge, sunflowers and leaves, they're all different. But this one, it does have like a little jagged edge to it, and so if I just pull that out, I'm just squashing it with the end of the Dresden tool.
Yeah, it's just its Dresden tool, isn't it?
It just makes it, especially when I go over with a bone tool just to widen those out, you lose all this the markings, and it just makes it a little bit jagged. Years ago we used to use things like this. We used to use the metal strip on the cling film and then take that off and pull that through, and that would make it jagged.
So Louise Capebread says, why do you use Trex as opposed to something else? I'll let you answer the question.
Okay. A few reasons really. I roll out on the Trex because when I put the piece, as I'm going to later on, to colour, I put it on a piece of laminated paper, and so that it stays in place. So if I'm colouring it, I don't colour on kitchen paper or if cornflower, it would just move around. So this makes it stick to the laminated paper, and also, as you saw then, I gather the pieces up, and the little bit of Trex that's on there helps to keep your paste pliable. If you're using cornflour, you keep working it, it dries it. So this helps to keep everything nice and pliable. Just my preference. I mean, if you're doing flowers and things and you're used to using cornflour, then carry on. I mean, the whole thing about cake deck, it's what works for you. Yeah. And I'm just looking for my.
There's two things. You can use Trex and you can use petal base.
Petal base, Crisco. You can use Crisco as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Trex is a vegetable fat. You can buy it in any supermarket. It comes in 250 gram packs. We do a petal base as well, which is by PME. That's a smaller tub. So if you don't want so much, you can keep it in a little tub. And Crisco is an American American product, which is the same as Trex. So if there is any Americans out there. So Susan Tyrrell, how would I forget you? So she said how lovely it is that I remember her. But I do remember, because I remember her following us, and you came on and did a live, and we told them about your demonstration, and she booked on. Which I was really pleased with. A couple of ladies did, but Susan comes from a long way away. I'm sure she's further down south, so she really made the effort to come up for the weekend. It's when you have the double whammy one, the weekend. And Ian Cotton, why is it called a Dresden tool? Or why is a paintbrush called a paintbrush?
Sorry, Marion, can you push? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going over that now. So I've squashed out those. Little jagged things. Now I don't want this a frilly leaf, so if I just do that.
So I'll just show you. Just let me show them what this Dresden tool looks like.
A jagged edge. That's the gem Dresden tool. Let's have a look. And on there, I'm going to use it now. But you can see that one side is narrow and it's got a bit of a ridge, and the other one is wider and flatter. Yeah. So I'm going to use both on here now. And the wider, flatter one, as Zoe Fancy Cakes likes to use it for making little mouths. That one. So for making little mouths on faces. The frilling one. Yeah, but that's a bit too big, so she uses the wider end on the Dresden tool. Yeah, yeah, because I gave her that one to use on the veining tool. And she said no, they're too big. She said no, that's the other one. That's why she does those cute little mouths. She puts it in, then pulls it down. So dainty, aren't they? Yeah, beautiful. So they're on our website. They're by PME and Marion called them Gem. They're also known as Gem as well, but they're the same company. So you'll see in brands PME/Gem. Right, okay. So, So this is just a piece of scrunched up paper, foil, which I use for texturing. So you can see on there, it's sort of light, well, a bit heavy texture, but lightly textured. And then, just make sure it's not stuck down.
Oh, Paula
Okay.
Austin's come up with some information. Did you know this? Ian Cottam says, why is it called a Dresden tool? And I said, why is a paintbrush called a paintbrush? Don't know. But Paula Austin says, the Dresden tool was invented by a chap in Dresden, Germany.
Right.
Did you know that?
No?
You should have backed that, Marion, and said, yeah.
Yeah. No, but Paula knows me and she goes, she's blagging it.
She's clever, Paula.
She is, and she's coming to our sold out agenda.
Oh, is she? Fantastic.
Right, so now
I speak to Paula a lot. I would like to try and get her here on the live if she wasn't so nervous to do some of her fabulous flowers.
Yeah. Right, so
we have spoke about it, but she's nervous. You should tell her how great it is, Marion.
yeah. Come on, Paula. Right, so I'm putting on the back of these just to raise
That's a good
the
idea,
sort of
isn't it?
sides there. Just gives it a nice bit of shape, and then you can just leave that to dry. Okay.
Great idea. Again, utilising another product.
So
Who would have thought of that?
you'll notice that I went down the centre, and then did the sort of radiating out the veins on there. So right, so dust those in a green. I'm just going to mix a little bit of the dark green with a hint of the lime. I'll have a word with Paula tomorrow.
Yes, go and have a chat with her.
I will.
I chat to her quite often on Messenger. She's got 3 fabulous little doggies.
Oh, right.
Yeah. One of them watches with her.
Oh.
He's so cute. They've got really posh names as well. I can't think at the moment what they are. I think one's Hector.
Oh.
That might be the one that watches.
Hi,
Have to
Hector.
I'm not sure if there's a Hugo and there's another one, but they've got really nice names.
Right. Okay, so I'm just going, I'll go down the centre with a bit of dark. Just to zing that up a little bit.
So how long do you leave the leaves to dry before you dust them?
Overnight.
Overnight.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just
And
leave them, I mean, it depends where you leave them. If you put them in your airing cupboard and it's nice and dry and warm, then they'll dry a lot quicker than you do just leaving them room temperature, especially if it's a little bit humid. But I would say on the plastic, you know, this is a plastic tray, obviously. So I would say after about an hour, 2 hours maybe, take them from there and just leave them upside down, turned over, because it'll take longer for the air can't reach the underside because of the plastic, so you need to be able to either put them on there or on a sponge pad where the air can travel underneath and dry more evenly. So yeah, you can put them around the other way, you can put them that way and have the ends coming up like so if you wanted to. Okay,
great idea to use that.
so put those there. We've got our flower now.
Yeah.
Obviously this flower needs to
Set.
to dry fully, and I haven't got another one made because the one I've had made is now on that cake because I put it in a box that was not tall enough, and as I put the lid down, splat. So the one that was dried is now on the cake. Right, so
I shouldn't really laugh, but Marion turned up with the cake damaged and she's having an heart failure. Going, oh right, I'll have to sort this out. It's quite nice to watch when people come. It's not nice to watch, but you do have to laugh. But you know what? We get it all sorted out.
yeah.
So Paula says I'm right. There's the other posh one. So Hector watches with her. Hamish is on the settee with Dave, and Holly is asleep in her bed. You'd think Holly would watch, wouldn't you? Right?
Yeah,
And Hamish is snoring on the sofa with Dave.
I do have that effect.
Listen, Hector's the boy. He's sticking with us.
Well done, Hector. Right, I'm just going to put those to one side. So, if I was going to put this onto the cake, I'll just go and get the cake and I'll put it this side. Okay,
Yeah, fantastic.
I'll put it on the back.
So while Marion goes and gets the cake, shows you the cake, just a quickie, anybody who wants to buy anything, it's all on the Sugar and Crumbs wish list, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. Just pop over to there. In the right hand corner there is a section that says Facebook Lives. Go into there, drop down to Marion, and everything that Marion's using tonight is in there. Things like colours, just have a look under Rainbow Dust, Fractal or Colour Splash. So you'll find the colours there. We also use edible art as well. If you're going to use edible art, they're for food contact only. But again, they're perfect for things like this anyhow, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, they are I use edible art
You'll find
all the time.
You'll find lots of people use edible
Yeah,
art, don't
yeah.
they? Because for things like that, you don't really eat that sunflower or anything, do you? So
Well, a lot of them are edible anyway.
Yeah.
There's only certain ones which
Yeah.
I think you find in any of the dust ranges. Some of them are non-toxic,
yeah,
but can't be sold as food, and others can.
yeah,
Right, now you can see the difference here. I don't know if you can see this part here.
yeah,
I just wanted you to see, well, it was a demo that I was doing, the difference when you're using sugar paste as the under of the wafer paper, as opposed to flour paste under the wafer paper. And can you see the difference? This is more cloudy, it looks more like a marbled effect on those three
yeah,
there, than you get this rough textured
yeah.
with the sugar paste underneath. Because the sugar paste, as I said before, it moves below the wafer paper, whereas the flour paste, it didn't sort of move as much. So I'm going to put my thank you. I'm going to put my
I've had the
stem.
experience of somebody launching coffee all over me a few weeks ago, so I'm nervous in this position. Who was that who did that? Who was pushing the board? They were rolling, they didn't mean to, they were rolling the rolling pin.
Molly?
Oh, it was Molly, wasn't it? Yeah, rolling the rolling pin, maybe with pressure. But the cup of coffee was right here in front, bang, all over. So, Lynn Bond, what has Marion made the earth with? So go on, Marion.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
It's actually just Cadbury's.
Go on.
I can say that, can't I?
Yeah,
Cadbury's
of course you can.
flakes. Bash them up, and I think I've got.
Cadbury's flakes is the best way to make it because
Yeah,
it's got that like ripple.
Well, yeah, and there was something else in there which was slightly lighter chocolate, and I've just bashed that up as well. So it's
Yeah.
all chocolate because I just want it to taste nice. If you're going to eat it,
I think the
which I'm
flake
not.
or the twirl are just good, aren't
So
they?
it's quite a thick stem, this, and I'm going to moisten that. Where's my little piece?
Do you need my hand? Sorry, I can't get my hand. I'm not in the way of your camera, am I, Shelley? Not way with hands or anything.
No,
No,
I can grip it anyway.
Goody good.
Okay, so just wet that, and then I'll start here. I'll just go down that one, and up to that one.
Right. Have you got that on the right camera, Maria? Can you just turn that camera around, that cake around a little bit, Maria?
Yeah. Hang on.
Marion.
For you.
Yeah, that's it. Just a bit. There you
Yeah.
go. Perfect.
Alright, so just hang that over the top. And my sticky fingers, I need to sort of have it in front of me really. Can I just turn it
Yeah,
one
right,
moment?
it round. Shelley be happy because she can film it better.
Right. Okay, it's a bit short.
I love that. Stacey says 1 bar for the cake and 1 for her. That's
Yes.
exactly how I work.
Yes.
That's why I'm not a slim girl. I need to change my chair. I must have got the creakiest chair in the room.
Well, we didn't like to say.
Yes, we
Eh?
We didn't like to say.
Tell you, I can't even move on it.
Okay, so then I'm going to use the paste. And it's quite sticky because I've wet it, so I'm just going to put a little bit. Just check where your leaves are going to attach to. You know, what's going to sit on the
Right,
bar.
just which camera can you turn it around to just for a quick second? Yeah. Oh, Maria's on it. There you go.
Okay.
If you can work at that angle, can you work at that angle?
I think I've just broken that one, but never mind. I'll keep turning it back and then turning it back.
Yeah.
And it will.
She's catching you from the top anyhow, the
Okay.
overhead.
Okay. So it did break, but I've managed to just put it back together again. Like so. So if yours break, don't worry. You'll probably have a little store of these anyway. A little stash.
It's such a good way to make that big leaf though, and it's perfect for the sunflower, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and you can cover up. Sorry guys, but I do have to just...
I like that. Pamela Joan Briggs says, I prefer a twirl over a flake. A twirl is a flake with a chocolate jacket on.
Like it. Whatever your preferences. Now, so this is, there's no way, I'll put it on, but it will fall apart because it really needs to sit there till tomorrow. But if I can just get, no, I wonder if I can get through here.
Look, Paula's got all the dogs. Just a minute. Which camera are you on? Just hold on a moment.
The top one.
The top one? Can you do that one? Just hold that.
Yep.
There, look, Paula's doggies.
Oh.
Oh, look, they're all watching you, Marion.
Oh!
Hector, Hamish and Holly. Cracking.
Lovely.
Well done. Right, back to the cakes.
Right, so I pushed in a cocktail stick into the side of the cake. You can see that. Left a little bit sticking out there. I need a little bit more than that actually. Without it going shooting across. Right. So, and then I'll moisten.
Can you bring the cake to you a bit? To you. To you, not to me. Thank you. That's it.
That was definitely to me, to you, that was.
Yeah. I thought we were going to start dancing in a minute.
So I would have the little cocktail stick like that, and then that can go in on like that, and that will help to hold it because it's such a big flower. And then if you've got your little wire cutters, just cut that little bit off and stick a tiny bit of paste on top of it.
Have you got a wire cutters video? Do you need me to grab some?
Oh, well, it's just to show.
Yeah.
That's
Fantastic.
how it is. So
How beautiful
that would
is
just
that?
go on like that. So, but I would expect some of these to fall off because it hasn't had a chance to dry overnight. If that happens, don't worry.
I don't think it'll drop off. I think it'll be fine.
No, some of these might, because let's see, they're not sort of set in the brown paste yet. But if any do drop off, don't worry. Just put a little ball of yellow paste behind, and then just stick it back, because a petal that's behind it or in front of it will be enough to hold the petal that's fallen off.
So guys, I can see you're already doing the love hearts. Just spin that round, Marion, just before we go.
Yeah.
I've seen you already doing the love hearts already. Thank you so much. Isn't it fantastic? So this is the one that she's showing you now is the one that she's done earlier. That's all set and hardened. Now, because Marion has done the live tonight and she's shown you live, the second one really does need time to set overnight, which is why it's sat there with a little cocktail stick in at the moment.
I would leave the stick in there,
beautiful,
because it's food grade, the cocktail stick, so that can stay in there.
Well, they absolutely love it. They're going bonkers.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to. Can I just move that out of the way?
Yeah, you can.
And
get your Safari cake.
Yeah. Now the Safari cake. I just want to show you quickly about colouring in, and then I'm going to show you this little orchid spray.
Yes.
Because it's a sweet little spray. But it's nice just with roses or a large orchid, so I'm just going to do that quickly.
I think you'll have plenty of time. You're going to do that now, aren't you?
Should I do that now, and then I'll finish off with the animals, and then if anyone's got
this little orchid, Marion was going to try and get it in on the end, and I went, no, don't try, Marion, get it done.
Do it done.
But this is beautiful, so let me just hold this up in front of the camera, Maria.
Again, really easy to do.
How beautiful is this? Little orchid spray, really very nice. And even if you don't put it on a spray and you just make some little orchids with single wires on, just so you can poke in behind other little flowers. How beautiful is that? So are you making the whole spray or just making up a couple of little flowers?
I'm just going to make a flower so you can see. Yeah. But even if you had an orchid, because it's not, like you see orchids in a bird place, in a garden centre, or you see orchids in the wild, they're all on wood and moss and everything like that. So orchids on this sort of background would be great, whereas roses, you probably wouldn't have roses, something like that. And I'll tell you what else looks nice on there. And I have got one here. And I remember doing this with you ages ago now.
Yes.
And that looks nice.
I know, I want you to come back and do that again.
Against the grey.
So just have a look at this flower here. Yep, when your petals just fell out. So, so just have a look at this beautiful flower here. This is one of the first flowers you did for us, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I used the back of the moth orchid to make that.
Yeah.
And the centre from the...
we do have a YouTube video of this, and if you go through our Facebook page, you will see that I put all our Facebook videos in the group. So just scroll down through them, go into units, then scroll down to Facebook Lives, and then go in and have a look for Marion Frost, and you'll find this one. It's fabulous. And I'm not sure if we've got a 1 minute bite size, have we?
Yes, we have. Right, so I'll just get these out. So all I'm going to do now is take a little piece of white flower paste. I've got my flower paste somewhere. Okay. Now, if you have a little rose petal cutter, then you would use that. This is, I'm just going to get some 20.
You're looking at that head. Do you want me to move that? Shall I move that?
It's all right,
Shall I move that camera in a bit?
I'll just try and step back a little bit.
So she'll keep popping her head in.
Okay.
Shall I just move it a little bit?
Okay, if you want.
No,
Do
it's
you
all
want
right,
to move
honestly.
You can
Fine.
go.
Yep.
We'll get this camera sorted. Here we are trying to stop people having to stretch over. So, hey? To stop them stretching over. And then, so now we've put it even nearer to you so you didn't have to stretch. Yeah, we'll have to think about that, Maria, won't we?
28.
Do you know what Marion just said there?
No.
We'll have to think we don't do the cleavage down the boobies.
Well, yes, that's what
I
we
said
did
that
last
the
time.
other
There, instead of there. That's the way.
They're quick, these girls. If they see them, they catch them. They move camera actions, move the cameras.
Okay, so I've just taped over a 28 gauge wire. Take a small piece of paste, and then that's going to go into the water, like so, and just give a little swizzle.
So it's quite nice. We've got people on YouTube watching us tonight, which is fantastic, isn't it?
Yes.
Because normally they have to wait till the next day. So hello, YouTubers,
right.
as we're calling them.
Right, so just take that away.
Doreen wants you to come back and do that flower. When you come back, you know, Marion, you need to come back and just do a flower session for us.
Yeah.
So I think we should get you in again when you're ready. When do you want to come back next week?
Tomorrow.
I'm back in October, aren't I?
Yeah, but that's the demonstration morning.
Oh, right.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
What we need you to come back, do that Grandiflora rose, do this one, and do that moth orchid.
Okay.
Nothing else, just them 3 flowers.
Okay.
Christmas rose as well, that's 4. What else have we done?
Poinsettia finishes.
Poinsettia, yeah,
I
5
fall in-
flowers.
I fall in
Who
love.
wants Marion to come back and just do flowers only with all the cutters? And if she does that, I'll actually do a bundle deal of all the cutters that you use. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So if any of you want Marion to come back and do a flower night where we do the flowers, I'll get them all together, and I'll get the cutters that she uses set together, and we'll put a little offer on. I'm sure we can do that, can't we, Marion?
Yeah.
Let's put her on the spot.
Okay.
No, she's very good, Marion. She is good. So let's do it. Let's do that. I'll get her to get that diary out when she leaves tonight. We'll get her in as fast as we can. Marion is doing our demonstration morning in October. So for those people who are coming to the October demonstration morning, Marion will be there. Have you decided what you're going to make for that?
No, but I'm going to do the Christmas theme, obviously, because it's only a few weeks to go to Christmas, and obviously probably seeing you again before Christmas.
Yeah.
So there will be. I might even keep that poinsettia one for them.
They're going mad. They want that flower demo, Marion.
Right,
I think it has to be a night of just flowers.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll organise that. I'll see if I can get her back in the next few weeks. And let's do that flower night, because I think that would be a fantastic night. And Marion has got the most amazing sets for you to make these flowers. And believe me, when she knocks them up, they are so easy.
Right.
And then when you invest in the set, she comes along and shows you how to use them to make sunflowers and other flowers.
Yeah.
You've done that several times, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's what it's all about. It's making. I mean, if you've got 6 petals. or
Well, they're
five-
all
five
saying,
petals.
they're all going mad. Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. For the October, yes, there is spaces on the demonstration morning. So you just book it on the website. It's a tenner if you want to come to that. I do always have a few reserved spaces, so you could do those. And I might try and I'll talk to Marion about another idea of mine for the people who live local.
Right. Okay.
I'll talk to you afterwards.
All right. Right, so what I've done there, you can use, I usually use the little briar rose petal.
Doreen says tomorrow.
If you've got a little...
Shall I make yours and Jerry's bed? Do you want to stay tonight, love?
I've
we've got all day
got a coffee morning on Saturday.
We could do all day tomorrow here. You and Jerry could have a romantic night. I'll go and find a red coat, bring back some memories for you. Do you know what a red coat is, Marie?
Yes,
Yeah,
I know.
Oh my God.
Then we can start knocking out flowers tomorrow.
Okay, so that's the one I made before. Moving
You're not going red, are you, Marion?
No, I don't do that.
I love finding
No,
you
no.
up. You're so funny.
Right, so when you've made that and you hook over the top a little bit, leave that to dry. So that's what I've done here, okay? Now, as I said, I usually use small briar rose petal, but any little rose petal cutter would do. So I've just cut one out by hand, frilled along the top there, moisten that, and then I'm just going to lay that on, pinch around the base, and then just pull it back so that it's just hanging. Move my head, like so. All right, so that's sort of hanging down like that. Now, if I just put that over there, never stick things in your pad.
I know, you shouldn't do that, should you?
No.
Naughty girl.
I know.
You should have a polystyrene dummy. Would you like a polystyrene dummy?
No.
There's one in the cupboard there.
No, I've got enough holes in that, so, but I do normally.
So the demonstration morning is the 12th of October. So we are going to Cake and Bake in October. So anybody who is in London, we're at Cake and Bake. We're exhibiting there. So if any of you are going to that show, it's a 3-day show and it's the first weekend in October. Are you going Cake and Bake, Marion?
No.
No? But
We
we'll
don't
be
do
there.
so many shows.
Pardon?
We don't do so many shows.
No.
No.
But we'll be there. We are talking to Cake International. We might go there as well, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
We might go there.
Yeah. It all depends what they do about design right protection. So if they're going to look after brands, then fine, I will be going.
Right.
So, but we're going to talk about that, and then and the demonstration morning is the week after Cake and Bake. But we want to get you back.
Right. So
I've got you booked in for next week anyhow.
So, you know what?
I'm not joking.
You want to see my diary?
We don't care about your diary. We're talking about our audience. Listen, there's freaking 200 of them here who want to see you make flowers.
All right.
So
Right. So
we love arts and everything's been going crazy. I'm going to shut up now. Go on.
This is going from, so as you do with a moth orchid, you know when you get those 2 points that come up from a moth orchid. So you stroke from the point, from the tip up. Try and get it off there. Yeah, like that. Then turn it over, and the other 4 are going to go the opposite way. Do the way. Oh, press a bit hard there. You see, as soon as you stop talking.
Yeah, they start becoming sticky, don't they?
Yeah.
But this kitchen is red hot though.
It is. I'm absolutely
boiling.
Melting now.
If you saw all the spotlights in here on Marion, wait till I get them in her eyes. Marion, when are you coming back? Don't worry.
Right, that one there isn't perfect, but I'm not going to.
I'll have a date tomorrow for you.
Yeah.
Get the whole nervous
Might be
and twitchy.
2020. Right.
I can't believe we're coming up to 2020. Can you believe that?
No.
Frank, it sounds scary, doesn't
Halfway
it?
through the year.
I mean, it doesn't seem 5 minutes ago when I was out celebrating the millennium.
Yeah.
When the world was going to end, apparently.
In 2012, they said the same. It was going to be the last year.
Right, so you pull that
Those doomsday people are
just
miserable.
behind like that, and the one that you curled up looks into the flower,
Oh, that's pretty.
and the other 4 fall back. Now normally that part, the centre, you would leave to dry before you put this back on. Yeah, and then you can give it a bit of a pinch at the back there. So that's what I've done. So you can see that one would come further forward. Alright, and then if you've got, I use the little FMM flower hangers.
Oh, we've got those.
It's great. So you can just hang them on there for about 10 minutes and then put it
I'm
back
glad
the
you
other
told
way.
me that. You can show me how to put mine together.
Oh right. Well,
I stupidly tipped it all out the bag and threw away the instructions. And now I can't work it out.
oh no, they're really easy to put together. You just got to remember that when you put when you've got them like that, the top bit has to go
Like that.
between rather than directly over, otherwise they top it.
Yeah.
Right, so you can see on here, so if I just take this one out, say. Okay, so that's a dried one. And then I've gone down with pink and green on there. So I like the Edible Art Shell Green. I love it. And although I've already coloured it, I'll go over it again so that you can see where I put the colours. So I usually put a little bit of shell green just right down in there.
I don't sell the shell green, but I do sell another green that's very similar.
Yeah. Yeah. I
What's
mean, a
the
lime
lime
green.
green?
I was
A
gonna say,
lime
I've
green
got
with
the
a little
lime
bit
green.
of white satin or
Yeah,
something like that
yeah.
into it. I just find, I just like the the pearl colours, you know, the shiny colours. I think they just go on much softer. Okay, so trying to keep my head out.
Good job.
So,
So I've just missed a question there. What was the tool that you used to lift it? It's the little PME palette knife,
yes,
isn't it?
absolutely brilliant, because you can use them. They're so fine that you can use them to cut, and that won't mark your boards. But they're really handy.
It's called a mini palette knife. It is on the wish list, and I have to tell you, everybody has one, and everybody who has one keeps it as their most treasured tool, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. And so when it's dry, then you can just paint on a few little dots down each of the things there. You could go, yeah, sorry, you can just put paint on a few little dots in the centre, and you can go a little bit darker. I think I've got some dark paint on the brush there. Just needs a little bit of darker on the centre there. Alright, and then you would, that's been taped already, and then you can tape it in, leave about an inch, or however, whatever that is in centimetres.
So you see, Marion, you know when I said to you for the wish list, all the things you're going to use tonight, you didn't mention the Calligraph pen, you didn't mention the stem text, you didn't mention the wires.
So I'll add it in the morning.
Well, I didn't know what it was only I might, you know,
Don't
if
worry,
I've got
I'll
time,
go and
you know.
add them in a minute.
Oh. She's always like this, telling me off.
But they'll all be asking me, I forgot by morning.
I'm sorry, yeah.
I'll go and do them after.
So then you need to just bend them a little bit. And so when I put them together, I start with one, and then I put one to the right, one to the left, one to the right, one to the left, one to the right, and then you can just, when you move them, just put your finger in the centre there. Don't try and do the petals. Just snap. If any snap, just get your pliers and just snip them out. But that always gives a nice little spray to a main,
I have to say that's
flower.
beautiful.
It is.
So
Absolutely beautiful.
all sorts of colours.
Yeah. And which cutter did you use there? From which?
That's that again. That's the calyx cutter. So that's the large one in the Grandiflora Rose.
Yeah.
And that's the smallest.
So
you get a medium as well.
You've used two cutters from the Grandiflora Rose.
Yeah, to make different.
And then when you come back here, you
flowers.
show them how to make the Grandiflora Rose.
Yeah.
And all the other flowers you're going to make.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And then right. So now I am just going to quickly show you about painting in these. So I've already cut out some of the safari, and it's really painting or dusting these. You do the same with petals. If you squashed his neck, petals or anything like that. It's the sort of the same technique. So I would go on, say here, and I've got some white. And I've already got some black on the brush, so I'll just put a little bit of white to that. Okay, so when I'm dusting anything and colouring anything, I always start from the outside edging. And the lady who asked before about why I roll out on treks, you can see here that I cut these out and they're not going anywhere. I can do all my colouring on this and they're not going to move or distort or break. Well, they might break, but I hope they don't. But then you can just wipe down the laminated paper and reuse it over and over again. So, for the elephant, now if I just brush, I'll just quickly do this, it's not nothing difficult at all, just need a little bit more black in there. Okay. Right, so here we go again. I'm really just bringing that colour around like so. And then think about, I'm going to add a touch more to that. And his now which leg would be in the back? I think this one, so I'm just going to put a little bit more there. And I'm just going to take that colour there and a little bit at the back there. So just bringing in that colour, just so that you can use them on other cakes, you know, for children. Not you wouldn't probably put a you wouldn't necessarily put a silhouette on a child's cake, but these you can make little zoo.
It's quite cute. And do you know, just bring that cake forward, the safari cake that you've done after.
The which one? The safari cake. Yeah.
So Marion's got a set of safari cutters, and they're fabulous. You've got all sorts of things in them, haven't you? So you've got your elephant, your giraffe, your monkey, your lion.
2 monkeys.
Yeah, 2 monkeys.
Yeah.
And they're quite cute. So I take it the tails aren't on the monkeys. You just do a little line.
No, the tails are on the monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can just make a little oval shape and flatten it. It's just playing around with them, really. So you can add a little bit too much there. So you can just add a little ear, and if you had a black, you know, these little pens are wonderful, and if you had one in black, then you can. Have you got black one?
Yeah. Just grab the glitter pens out and cover it up there. They might be in the other cupboard.
That one, yeah.
Lovely. Where are they? I can get them right on the top shelf in the middle.
Don't worry, honestly.
Can you reach that one?
No, honestly, I'll just
give it a go.
I'll do it.
Don't worry. Do you know what? I'll have this done by the time you've got it done.
A bit taller than me.
These glitter pens
If you
are
drop something
fantastic.
out.
There you go. I'm alright getting that.
Can you move that camera? Because
There you go.
Thank you.
that one.
So you just decide which is the back leg and which is the front leg.
The good thing with these calligraphy pens as well, they're all suitable for any diet as well.
Oh, right. Okay.
So just in case you've got those
My
people
head
who are
there.
watching
Did you say my head?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, you give up, haven't you? They're not going to listen to you now. Right, so I'm just colouring in. Don't be afraid to just blend things in with your fingers. And then, yeah. Oh, these are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then that
Let me
one
keep
there.
that one.
Oh, the fractal.
I'm sure.
I like fractal.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure I've given them to you before.
Yeah.
Take that one in with you as well.
Okay, thank you. And I usually have, and that's what I was going to get before, was for him, was, I'll do it a little bit orange, but was ginger. There's a nice, they have a nice ginger colour, and it's great for the mane on there. So again, just, I'll do it in orange, but you don't often get an orange lion.
It can be a cartoon lion.
It can. It'll be a cartoon by the time I finish. Right, so
There's a couple of these colours that we don't actually sell, guys, but if you look on our website, we sell a fantastic range of rainbow dust, fractal colours. We do sell the edible art, but not all the colours that Marion's using tonight. But you will find that most of the colours are usually in every range. So do have a look, because the orange in the colour splash is amazing in that range.
oh, right.
The mandarin.
Yeah, it's called, and the mandarin of the fractal is amazing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one is a mustard colour, and the other one's...
The paste, I use the the Pro Gel, and it was caramel.
Oh yeah,
Which is
and we sell the caramel as well.
Put his eyes and those on. You can just sort of, if that was as I say with the ginger, whatever you mix usually with alcohol and then just paint in. So it's just changing the whole feel of the piece. Let's see here, and also things that you probably may not think of doing, but you can have the mummy elephant. If I just take her off there.
Can you push it a bit to the top?
Hmm?
Yes.
If I put that there, and then you could take the baby elephant behind. Yeah, so you can have a whole little family. And so you can have a whole little family. He needs his little ear there. You can use it for Mother's Day. That needs to just There's too
It's
much
so
colour
cute.
on there. So I'm just going to remove some of that by rubbing a little bit of the Trex over it, and then just blend that down a little bit. So don't be afraid to just a little bit too much. Now this is, oh, this foot's come off. But that's where your those things, what do you call them? What do I call them? Wipeouts.
Oh, you put
Come in very
wipeouts in the
handy so
cupboard.
that you can.
Try 'em.
No, I use them all the time.
Yeah, they're fantastic, aren't they? the
Yeah, I
wipeouts?
love them. Love them.
If anybody's wondering what the wipeouts are, they're little alcoholic cloths, aren't they?
Yeah,
And they're fantastic for removing any mistakes.
yeah.
And you don't have to use them all in one go either. So just seal the bag up. And actually, I open them, get one out, and sometimes you only need to use a bit. So I fold
Yeah.
it back up and put it back in the packet,
Yeah,
which is great. So they're called Wipeouts by Spectrum. I'll pop them in the wish list. But anybody who's used them so far absolutely loves them.
love them. I do. Right, I'm just going to press on the ball tool there, and then you can just put a little elephant's ear on there, like that. So it just makes it a little bit more interesting. I definitely need a bit of wipeout on that just to take it down. But you can see just by brushing a little bit of the colour around the outside edge how you can build up, just make it look a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, just grab the Wipeouts out there, shall I?
This one.
Yeah.
I've
So,
probably got some
on the side,
thing.
on the bottom shelf, on the left-hand side. You see it slid there?
I may have
So,
something
sorry,
like
turn up, go up a shelf next to that container.
Let me just see if I've got anything here.
Yeah, here they are, Marion.
There you
So,
go.
oh, brilliant, thank you.
There you go.
That was well hidden.
You see, you know where everything is.
I do.
She
It's
does.
really funny because I tell these lot.
Yes.
So I tell Maria and Shelley, and they come in, they go, I can't find them.
Yeah.
Then I say to them, right, if I have to go in there and get it, and then they run
then
back,
you find-
they run back in here as quick as grease lightning. Look how magic that was.
Yeah.
They run back in here as quick as grease lightning and miraculously find it.
Yes, yes.
That's it, you see, that's what happens.
So they'll come back and go, it's not there, Carol.
So I only cut these out just before we started. So normally cut them out and let them dry pretty well, and then
So how fantastic was that?
just
So that's the fantastic
Okay.
thing with the wipeouts. You can just wipe them out. They are perfect.
literally
And because they're alcoholic, they dry as well really quickly.
really quickly.
So you can paint straight back over it again.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Yeah. I'll just take that down a bit.
Jane Harman says that she uses them when her icing printer is smudged on the icing sheets. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, I need to tell Karen that
There's
one.
just so much you can use them for, because they clean whiteboards off things.
Or when you've accidentally used a permanent marker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I wasn't going to say that we use them for that.
Yeah, all sorts. Right, so I'm just playing around here now, but
Yes.
that's all that you need to do is just brush the colour. It's like when you're doing a petal, like you're doing something like this, then you're going to brush the colour from the outside edge in. So I would, well, apart from this one, which you're going to put the centre line in anyway, but something like that, you would brush the colour always from the outside edge in. It just gives it a nice depth of colour. That definitely needs a bit of yellow in the centre of that.
Judith, just let me tell you, don't use the wipeouts when you've over flooded your sweet stamps, because when you've over flooded and it's too full, please don't wipe across, because there's a good chance that you'll take some of what is actually in across, if that makes sense. Don't do that. You'll end up ruining your whole board. You know, when you put the sweet stamps in,
Oh, right.
we can flood them. We've got little perfect pours to flood them.
Right.
But the thing is, there's a lot of liquid in there.
Yeah.
If you are going to do it, wait till your liquid is completely dry before you do it.
You see that
That's where I mucked up last week when I was having a meltdown doing Julie Rogerson's board. I accidentally went over a little bit, so I got a wipe out and wiped across the board and ended up taking all the paint from out of the letters right the way across the board. And then there was just no way it was going to clear up.
Right. You were really popular then.
Yeah, well, thankfully I was behind the camera tussing to myself.
Right.
So
Right. So
they could all hear me though.
you can see on this just that extra sort of depth of colour in the centre. It just
It makes a bit of difference, doesn't it?
it does makes a huge
Yeah.
amount of difference. Yeah. So find one there. So it's just playing around with your colours and being happy with what you're doing. And if you think, oh, I've made a real mistake there, wash it off. I've washed a whole tier before the wipeouts came out, and I sprayed a whole tier. What I thought was going to be actually a pearl, and I'd pick up a gold can and went phew, like that. And so I literally got the cloth out and washed it. It was a dummy, and I washed it all off and started again. So you can't, don't panic. Is the
But with that flooding method though, Judith, don't do that. So not until it's absolutely bone dry. But anyhow, what do we think of our elephants? How cool are they?
Yeah, it's just as I say, just showing you about putting the. I'll put that with that, maybe. That would go, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say, I'd go behind. They're so pretty,
I'll
those
take
little mini
that together.
orchids.
Just a nice little spray to.
Can you put it a bit more to the top? Yes, like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the right, head out the way.
So is she on too far now? A minute. Oh, that's what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, I would know.
I'm watching you there, but then I look at my phone and I'm 30 seconds behind. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so it looks fantastic, doesn't it, everybody? So everybody's thrown all the love hearts up and everything. They love them.
Okay, well, thank you.
Is that you done now,
Thank you
Marion?
very much. Aye.
Is that you done, Marion?
I am, I'm done.
Crikey, 9:30, Marion. What's wrong with you?
I know.
Well, you can knock out a Grandiflora Rose in this time, can't you?
If only.
Oh,
I'll do the giraffe.
Do the giraffe.
Oh, God, I thought I was getting a flower out of her then.
Oh, the giraffe. Oh, not a giraffe.
So, we've got the elephants, we've got the lion.
Which needs painting. And the giraffe. Well, the giraffe, again, is just... I need my brown. Excuse me a minute, I'll just get my brown out of here.
So, Angela, I will be talking to Marion afterwards, and I think we'll have a flower night. So I think we'll have a night where she can come round and do flowers. I don't know how many flowers she can do in one night, but maybe we could set up a couple of sessions with her where she can come and do them, and we'll do a little bundle night and do it at a very slow pace. So Marion's going to get a diary out. And I'll tell her.
Are we talking 2000?
No, we're not. We're talking next week.
Oh. Do you know what? If you can see my diary, up until October is absolutely mad.
Don't worry, girls. I'm on it. I'm on it.
Can you move there? Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just mixing a touch of brown.
Don't let her kid you.
In with orange. You're terrible, you are.
Listen, Marion, you love it here, you know you do.
I know I do.
Right.
Yeah,
We've just got to sort the diary out.
Right. I'm just bringing that round like so. And then...
It makes a massive difference as soon as you put that little edge in around, doesn't
yes,
it?
it does. It outlines it, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you see that when Marion did them on her cake, she just did them in the silhouette, which was all black, just black flower modelling paste. And this way she's just actually showing you how to do them, so if you want to colour them in.
I'm just going to use a bit of brown. I just thought you'd be bored with flowers, so I'm just...
They're never bored of flowers, Marion.
No.
They are never.
I realise that now.
Yeah. And your flowers are amazing, so they're never bored of them.
Well, they're quick. They're not botanically correct. I don't bother with all this.
We don't care about that. They're actually beautiful, every one of them. I know Marion's saying that she's really busy, but let me tell you now, I will sort out a date. And what we'll do is we'll do a little... we'll get Marion and I to work on a little bundle deal together as well, so that you've got the sets.
Yeah.
And Gina Lee, there you go, Gina, you know me so well. Marion doesn't stand a chance when Carol's on it. Marion knows that as well.
I know this. You've given up, haven't you? You've actually given up, so saying to me, move.
I did.
Yeah, Sarah Mosley says use the wipeouts on your diary.
Nice one.
Marion's diary. I like that.
Right, so
They're all going mad, flowers all the way. And they say, and Anne KS says, flowers are not easy, but Marion, you make them look so great.
oh, thank you. You're very kind.
They're loving these because they say it's great that you've made these animals sort of turn into a 3D effect, which is great. Because some of them, they look a bit, when they do themselves, they're a bit flat looking.
Yeah, it's all down to getting that. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Anything, it could be one of the teddy bears. I should do one of the teddy bears sometime. You make it look nice little frilly frock.
Well, when you're in next week,
brush it. You can brush it from as long as you've got the outline.
Don't worry,
I
girls, I'm
haven't
on
got
it.
a holiday booked yet. Just give me a
We're
chance.
not bothered about holidays. We're on about flowers.
Right, so it's just filling in. Maybe a hoofs.
Yeah, lovely. Dale Clark Blackler says she loves animals, so she's pleased to see these. Everybody loves them.
Good.
Aren't they brilliant? So Deborah
Squash
Hayes
is
says that
better.
she loves the flowers, but the animals look great too.
Oh. So you never know what people are into, really. Just going to orange that up a little bit. A bit of alcohol on there. Go back over the mane a bit. It's a bit dark, that brown, so I'll just take that out. A little bit.
It's amazing because it's not even perfect painting, is it? But it looks fantastic,
no,
doesn't it?
anything but.
Yeah.
It's just,
But it looks fantastic.
just getting it.
So anybody who hasn't watched Marion in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, she has been here loads of times, haven't you, Marion? So all our Facebook Lives are actually on our group. So if you're a member of our community group, then just go to Units and then scroll down Units and you'll see full Facebook Lives. And then you'll see the ones Marion's on. I've not put them all in yet. I'm actually up to March 2019, I think. So I've still got a few more to put on. I'm sure it's March 2019. Pardon?
You're way ahead of me.
I might be. So I think I'm up to there, or I might be up to January, but I'm up to there. There's so many lives. For you guys, you all know that we do a live every Monday, and we have been doing them now for 2,000 years. Feels like 2,000 years. For 2 years and 6 months now. So we've been here. They're a free demo in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen every Monday night. And Marion was one of the first tutors with Karen Davies who came along and participated. And they came along in the early days when we were all like, ooh,
yes,
how is this going to work?
Yeah.
Talking to Karen Davies, Karen Davies is in here on Monday night. Just to let you know, Michael Lewis Anderson can't make it on Tuesday. So he's had to cancel, so he won't be here. But Karen will be here on Monday night. So I'm booking Marion in for Tuesday night.
okay.
Instead of Michael.
You know, it's so not going to happen. Don't you dare.
You dare? I've already just told him. That's how it goes, Marion. You just bring it in like that. Tell him Tuesday. So anyhow, all the lives are on the group. They're also on YouTube for those people who are watching YouTube. And we are slowly putting all the others over. It's just that I keep filling up our page every day with 20 lives.
I've got this. Don't forget, I'm doing this thing next week. On Friday a week.
You can do what you like on Friday. I'm talking about Tuesday.
But it's a big dam, and I've got a lot of prep to do.
Yeah,
I'm doing
no,
a
you
big,
can do half of
a
them,
big
yeah.
dog. And
Well, you can practice here.
Yeah. So anyhow, I'll be talking to. Don't be telling me all that stuff, Marion. You've got all day and all night to do them. We're only asking for Tuesday night. Look, she's twitching.
And if you want to come back,
you all think I'm just doing dots here. I'm not. I'm
twitching.
I'm twitching.
and you can come back another day and make a shed set.
Oh, the Make a Shed set.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Oh, the make.
Yeah, because we need you to repeat a few things as well.
Broke his leg now.
Yeah.
I'll
So
miss
we'll
out
have
on
a
Gone
the
into
video.
shock.
I'll miss it out the video.
Brilliant.
don't worry.
Okay, and that's when she.
Yeah.
And then Carol just said about you.
She's twitching.
Right. So you see, you could think, anyway. And so then, when you've finished all the painting and the what have you, if you're going to put them on the side of a cake, just let them firm up a little bit first, because they can flop, and especially if you're doing the silhouettes, you want them to. Once they're on, you can't slide them around. You know, they are where they are if it's in black paste. But anything like this, just leave them for an hour or so, just to firm up. And then, like with the elephant, you see, I can hold him now like that, and he's going to be easy to put on the cake, and yet you've still got movement in there.
Doreen Griffin says, you're doing everything but put her arm up her back, but keep going. Jackie Richards says, they're ganging up on you, Marion.
I know.
Gina Lee says she's beginning to feel sorry for you.
Oh.
So Elaine Lawson says, you know you're going to be here on Marion. Helen, yes, it's quite sad that Michael can't be here on Tuesday, but I've had a conversation with him today, and unfortunately he lives in Belgium, and he's been asked to go back to Belgium. So I'm quite sad he's not here as well. So, but he has said that he'll come another day. So maybe you should private message him, Helen, and let him know how disappointed you are, because we are too.
So you see the sort of
Fantastic.
delicate legs.
Marion, come here. So this camera.
This
camera.
Yes.
the delicate legs of the giraffe. So when you cut him out, make sure that when you put him on here to colour, that you do have the back leg straight. This one's coming slightly forward, and these, when you just make sure that they're nice and straight. That you haven't got.
What's your granddaughter called?
Emily?
I know. We've got somebody on here saying hi on YouTube, and then she goes, Nana, it's Sophie. You haven't got Sophie, have you?
No.
No. Don't know what's going on. She must be on the she should be on the wrong YouTube, unless she's somebody else's
Not
on.
going
Who
to
she
know of
knows.
anyway.
Yeah.
So then you can, as I said before, you can just wipe these down, and then you can reuse them. So it doesn't matter if it's flowers or.
Yeah, that's a good idea, reusing the card, isn't it?
Yeah, just.
So super, what do we think? So Susan Richmond, you sad you've missed this live, but you know, as usual, you can catch up. Deborah Hayes, Carol, you are amazing with all the wonderful demonstrators. Oh, that's nice, Deborah. Thank you very much. So, are we all done?
We are.
We are all done.
That's
Fantastic.
all right. I can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look at that. Nobody can
okay.
believe it. Early night there.
I know,
She's
shooting
20
midnight.
minutes extra for Tuesday to make up. Right.
Have you got anyone got a white flag? I will
love
come
it,
back
don't
as soon
you,
as I can.
Marion?
I do.
She loves it.
I do.
So hasn't she done amazingly well? So let me go and grab these cakes just so you can see them. Stand there a minute.
Okay, okay.
So, for the sugar, crikey. For the safari one, which camera am I on, Maria?
This one.
Let's do this one. For the safari one, you've used the safari cutters, and you've also used the countryside as
I
well.
have, yeah, the
Oh, look
trees.
at me, I'm getting to know them.
Yeah,
See, that's
I'm
what
impressed.
happens.
Yeah.
So she's used the safari one. This is the silhouette theme, which basically means you just cut them all out in black. And on there,
The clouds are I put on for the top of the trees.
yeah.
Yeah.
So on the so we've got the tiger, which she hasn't showed you, but that's in the set. The rhinoceros. So there's plenty in there, isn't there? We've got the elephant, baby elephant, mummy elephant. We've got a couple of monkeys in there. Giraffe. What else have we got? And the lion. Fantastic.
8.
And 8, yeah, okay. And then this is from the countryside set. So these are they're clouds as well, so you can just use them to make your trees up. So how fantastic is that? She's just so good at using all her cutters. So fantastic for that one. And then let's get the one that I absolutely love. I love this one, but I love this one. How fantastic. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely lovely. Love it. Love this crackled effect as well. This is amazing as well. So like she said, you can use this for a poinsettia. It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, this would all be snow.
Yes.
So it would
That's a
work.
good idea.
It would work
What would you
really
use
well.
for snow then? What would you use? What would you do for the white for snow if it was upon setting?
I would use
White chocolate?
the what? No, it's one of the. It's one of the.
Clever clocks.
Yeah, the Squire's Kitchen. I'm like that 'cause I can't remember the name of it now. Oh, I wonder if I've got one in there. I'll have a look now. And if you just dampen it and then do that, shake it, you get a really nice.
Right, well we've got some new products in. Do you mean this type of stuff? Because we've got this in as well.
I'll just see if I can
So,
get one in here.
Do you need this like butter spray? Two new things in now.
I like them. I like those. Yeah.
So these have just come in from PME. Okay, so I haven't got anything to test them on, but it gives you that velvet texture effect. So it says shake them very well, spray on, and then leave them for 2 hours before you eat. But it gives it that nice fluffy velvety texture. Okay, so they're new. I think that's what you would use for snow as well.
Yeah, that would.
Perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Shall we have a little try? What can we spray it on? Don't know. Let me see what I can spray it on. Just spray it on the back of something, can't we? Let's spray it on the back of one of your things.
Spray it on there.
Oh, yeah. Let's spray it on the back of here. We're going to spray it, don't we? Now?
Well, are we 6 inches away?
Something like that.
Perfect.
It's your green ball, so we don't mind.
Oh.
It's disappeared.
It disappears.
Oh.
Does it say spray onto sugar paste?
So does it give the texture when it's dry? Or
Well, I'd like a bit more after that, after spraying all that on. It's meant to be sprayed on cake.
Oh, on buttercream.
Yeah. So there we go, you can't spray it on sugar paste.
It disappeared. I haven't got any buttercream.
So how funny is that? I was only testing to see if it could go on sugar paste. It is actually meant to go onto cake, onto buttercream, and then it gives you that nose effect. That's why it's called butter spray. Sorry. Sorry. And then then there's the new. That's the thing when you're live, you can't hide anything, can you? There you go. So anyhow, at least we know. But to be fair, I'm glad we've done that because I wouldn't have known. I obviously didn't know because I allowed you to do it. Anyhow, then there's the new white luster spray. Okay, that's lovely. That's really very nice. And then there's the new Cool and Set. So if you're doing chocolate modelling, what you do is you get your chocolate. So do you remember like when
Francesca?
Yeah, when Francesca was here, she made that big beautiful chocolate flower and all the individual petals. Then you just spray it, petal on, spray, and it sets immediately.
Oh, right.
So that's it.
Yeah.
And what else have we got here?
That's like on the
Chef program. Cutters, they're in as well. So Marion used these today, and these would be great as well for making your ears as well for like elephants and your unicorn ears as well, the hats.
Yeah.
So I think we're all done, everybody. So thank you for joining us. So it's great for a Thursday night, fantastic audience. Make sure you give Marion loads of love hearts and stuff. What demos? That's it. People were asking me what demos have you got availability on?
Well, obviously next Friday because that's the charity night.
And where's that?
That's a Melrose Hall at Hoylake, and it's Friday evening, 7 till 9. Probably go on a little bit longer. Doing all sorts of things. Big chocolate, a big novelty dog, and all sorts of things. £6.50. And everything I make is in the raffle.
There you go.
Raffle, so that's the big push for that. Coffee mornings. You need to go online and have a look at. Nearly all full. The Christmas one's full. And we've got. I'll be doing some special things for your dem in October.
So in October she's doing our demonstration morning, which is the 12th of October. There is still seats available. I know so many of you have booked every single one, which is fantastic. But there is a few seats, and if it does get full, I can still sneak in a few more seats as well. So don't worry about it. So thank you for joining us. Go over to the wish list, enjoy your shopping. I'm going to add a few more things to it that she's used tonight so that you can see. And then while we're loading up the car, I shan't be opening the gates until we have a diary date. Watch this space. see you on Monday. Oh, Karen Davies on Monday.
Brilliant.
Make sure you're here at 8 o'clock. You two are good mates as well, aren't you?
Absolutely, way
So
back, yeah.
she's a great girl, Karen. She's
Yeah.
been really busy because she's got a new grandbaby on the way, and she's been sorting Alice out, ready for going on maternity leave, and having to move units as well. So the good girl that she is still here for a demo on Monday night, and just like Marion, we love having Karen in the kitchen. So I will see you then on Monday.
Lovely.
See you then. Bye. Thanks, Mary. Thanks, Shelley.
Bye.
Bye. And please don't forget to like and share this if you like.
Yeah, did you get that? Maria actually spoke. Don't forget to like and share.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.